Hey guys, and welcome to the gameplay video for the easy win Hindu deck. This is the probably the only pantheon that I will be doing video for his beginning deck, and it's probably because I think that Hindu, when you start, really plays out differently from any other pantheons. I really want to share for the beginners a little game on how it plays the Hindu Pantheon compared to the other Pantheon, because with the other Pantheon, you mostly just want to outvalue your opponent. Whenever you start the game, you just want more units than they have. When you get with more collection and harder opponents, you will have like control decks, aggro decks, and all kind of stuff. But when you start, most of the time, you just want to outvalue your opponent. But with Ganesha, it's a little bit harder. So, I'm just queued with my starter deck of Ganesha, and I'm gonna show you a little bit how. Okay, let's keep that. Okay, so I'm gonna show you a little bit, what are the different game plan with Ganesha. So, right here, I keep the Chaos Spawn. If my opponent has a legendary Venus, it's one of the best ways to silence it, right? So you're gonna need to you're gonna start and knowing what you need to counter your opponent. The more and the more you play, but like you only have one of them in the deck, I believe so. Did I put two? Yeah, I can't remember right now, but they're very very valuable. Even if you have one or two, you have to be careful. So right now. There's not much that's going to do. So I draw the second one, so I definitely have two of them. Um, there's nothing to be banished because the Pillar Exile, whenever it enters a battlefield, you can remove a unit in play while the Pillar is in play. So whenever you lose your Pillar, then you will lose. Let's put this like here. The reason I put it here, I want my most valuable in the corner. And then I still want to put a unit here. This is just going to basically heal me at the start of your turn, but the coming next patch that should be coming soon is going to be at the end of my turn, which is going to be a little bit better because Hindu needed a little bit of help. So, I'm going to see what Danny Bravo does here. Definitely going with the Bakasura next turn. It's going to blink it. Okay, just going to waste his time. This is going to be really good for us. Fortunately, I can't play the Pillar Force 2. We give 2 health to my Bazooka, but I'm just going to play it now. So, Bakasura has Reincarnate, meaning that whenever he dies, he comes back to my hand and gains whatever is after the Reincarnate keyword. So he's gonna Immune, Protect, and Immunities the second time I play him. So right now he's just at 3 mana 3/3. So we have something on board. Our opponent doesn't, which is very weird because usually if they skip 2, you're lucky, and they skip 3, they're really unlucky. So he's gonna blink us away, most probably. Um. So what's the worst that could happen here? Do I want to play a Chaos Spawn on that? Gonna be able to really abuse. Yeah, he's gonna be able to really abuse if he wants to. So let's see. I think I'm gonna play like this because it's just on curve, right? So let's play like this. And Terra's not coming until 6. Terra, which stuns in a whole row. That should work. Okay. Maybe next turn I'm just going to go with a Pillar Fortitude and a Chaos Spawn. I can just play the Venator, giving a lot of health to my stuff. I mean, not a lot of health, but a lot of value. Is there... yeah, next turn is going to be potential disarmable. That if my units are not adjacent, they will take 4 damage, which will make my board, but... Still waiting to see what he does. So I place myself so he can attack the Bakasura, but then it will die to the Stone Guardian. Right? Just trying to win some time for the Stone Guardian so it doesn't necessarily get killed by the Gladiator. So yeah, if he has something like Enlist, which deals 3 damage to something, and Spawn of Venator, that will be actually the best play he could do. He will kill my Stone Guardian and trade with my Bakasura, leaving him with a Gladiator up. But it seems like he doesn't have that card because he's taking so much time, which is not a bad thing. I can talk to you about, a little bit more of what's happening in this game. So usually that costs 2 mana, but the Gladiator means that his leader ability costs less, and he didn't have enough time to deal the Warcry as Hercules, deal 1 damage to a unit, and it pulls them to you. He could have pulled the Stone Guardian and then kill it with a Gladiator, but like I said, he didn't have enough time. So what we'll do is we're actually going to kill the Hercules because it's a big body, and we're going to trade with a Bakasura, right? Yeah. So, and then we're gonna use Pillar of Fortitude. Going to give more health to the stuff that we spawn. And we'll go with a Pillar of Exile in the corner right here that has 5 health, buffed by the Pillar of Fortitude, and we're going to exile this. So, whenever this is alive, this is going to be banished. And then we have a Stone Guardian, so we have good positioning. I mean, there's something that has charge, which means that can be played in attack already, could attack our Stone Guardian, but I had to make the trade for the Hercules. And next turn, I'm going to be able to play 2 Bakasuras because I'll have 6 mana. So there's the Enlist with the Venator, and this is really good for us. So the Stone Guardian at the start of my turn, he always gains +1 range, and the range for range unit is 3. So I can just move back my Stone Guardian and attack for free their Venator because I have 5 range, and they can't attack me back because I don't have 3. They don't have 5 range, right? So what I'll do, like I said, I'm going to play the double Bakasuras, but this one ignores Protect, and this one is going to be played here. I didn't play them both here because I don't really care about attacking Ring right now. It is because if I place them both here, he's going to be able to do a bludgeon and kill both. So I'm forcing him to use his leader ability to move this one here and then do the bludgeon, which means that he's going to do nothing else. So he's going to go with a Discord that's cost 0 and move all units to random adjacent tile, and it's going to go with a dishonorable, meaning that everything, like I said, everything that is not adjacent to another enemy unit, basically all of my stuff that are not adjacent to others, will be hit for 4, and this is why I put everything together. So he couldn't play that, but he had the Discord and the Dishonorable, which put him in a really nice spot. So unfortunately, I mean, oh no, that's basically right. So that's good for us. So what else can we go? I'm gonna go with a Rom, so he's not gonna be able to use his leader ability. And seems about good. And let's see how I want to play this. I'm going to play it like this. There you go. So this means that he cannot use his leader ability. As you can see, here is the picture of Rom. And this basically gives +2/+1 to another unit that I give to Bakasura. So he still has bludgeon, he can wipe here. And then he's gonna have 3 more mana. But he cannot blink me here and then bludgeon to kill all of my units. That will be really, really bad actually. Because we will lose like 3 units, and we'd have lost 1 card. He's gonna alt, he's gonna root. They deal 1 damage in root, so he's gonna kill my my guy. He's gonna now be able to use his leader ability if he wants to, and he's really playing a control deck, right? He's winning some time, and he's killing my stuff. So what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to put more units. Ouch. I'm trying to put more units. Hey, a Pillar of Fortitude. That's cool. Trying to put more units that he can actually deal with. So let's like this, and let's buff this one. There's a lot of attack on this guy. Oh, we're gonna use mana potion because we're getting with a lot. We're getting a lot here of I mean mana, and we don't have like that much cards to play. So using mana potion, I'm gonna still get 8 at the next turn, but we're gonna be able to play anything that we have. Now, if he has another dishonorable, that's gonna be really good for him. But he can't always have the best answer. I mean, feels like this is going to be a Sylvanas. This coming down. Still feels like that. Oh, Terra. Okay. So, like I said, Terra's gonna stun all enemies on a target row. This is going to be my Bakasura. So, I guess he's going to blink it like here. So, he could have done, like, see, this is a misplay from my opponent. He could have blinked it here and then stunned the whole row. Meaning that he would have also stunned this guy. You know what I'm saying? So let's just go here. Let's go where now. There's a lot of text, but basically it deals 2 times 2 damage, and whenever it dies, random. So it could have been anywhere. Anyways, and let me see. I don't want to put everything there. Okay, let's put one here. And as you can see, instead of having 1 health, they have 3 health because Power of Fortitude give them more. Whenever it dies, it costs 7, and now it hits 3 times instead of 2. But it will be changed in the next patch, so keep that in mind that it will hit every enemy for 1 damage, and then it's the mana cost is going to be changed also. And then the second time, it will cost more, but less than 7 because it's going to be like 4 mana, I think. And then it's going to cost 5 mana or something, and it's going to deal 2 damage to all enemies. So I think it's going to be a good board clear because that's exactly what Hindu was lacking. So in the next patch, we're going to have a couple more cards. And I mean, this deck's probably going to stay the same. And Agni is going to be a little bit better because he's going to have more AoE damage, and it's going to be less random and more consistent. And that's what the Hindu Pantheon needed, more AoE damage. So all in all, it's going to be good. So if my opponent decides to trade my Bakasura and the Terra, that's good because I can replay the Bakasura. Not that big of a deal. Okay, well, my opponent didn't know, but this is a war cry, guys, and this is good that you learn from my opponent this way. So this triggers. There you go. He's gonna concede because of his mistake. My opponent probably think it's a bug, but as you could see, it's a war cry. So that trigger only when the pillar enters the battlefield, right? And after that, the pillar does nothing. It just needs to die. So if you silence something that does nothing, well, it doesn't change anything. So this is not a bug. That's how it's supposed to work. And there's my thanks in late. That was funny. So yeah, so our opponent think it was something, but it was something else. It's a war cry, so keep that in mind. So I hope that this gives you a little bit insight of how to play the beginner deck of Hindu. Like I said, I hope that you guys enjoy. I hope that you like it and you learn a lot, and I'll see you in the next video.